Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger Moore. In recent years, more doctors and other healthcare professionals have been referring their patients to me with life-threatening diseases and illnesses, diseases like cancer and autoimmune diseases, irritable bowel syndrome, fibromyalgia, and other types of diseases. And so I've really been focusing my practice on medical hypnosis and working with people, teaching them how to get their conscious mind and their unconscious mind to work together as a team and focus on their health and wellness and overcoming these diseases and managing pain. And so one of the things that I really focus on is nutrition and looking at the impact that the various types of food that people eat and how it causes diseases or how it can facilitate health and wellness. And so I was fascinated by a blog post that I read this morning by Dr. Neil Bernard from the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. And I'm actually hoping to meet Dr. Bernard this weekend. He's going to be here in Seattle at Veg Fest, and he's giving a lecture at 4:30 Saturday afternoon. And I'm just really looking forward to that, to hear the presentation and hopefully have the opportunity to chat with him for a few minutes. But anyway, his blog post was about a billboard that the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine placed in Chicago. And the title of the billboard is "Hot Dogs Cause Butt Cancer." And in Dr. Bernard's post, he says, here are the facts. Colorectal cancer is one of the leading cancers in the United States, attacking 140,000 Americans every year, with a mortality rate close to 50%. In 2007, the body of research on this disease, including nearly 60 independent studies, was deemed to provide convincing evidence, the highest possible level of scientific evidence, that hot dogs and other processed meats cause colorectal cancer. Americans eat 20 billion hot dogs a year, as well as significant amounts of bacon, cold cuts, and other processed meats. Processed meats are a deadly habit. Each daily serving of hot dogs, bacon, cold cuts, and other processed meats increases the risk of dying prematurely by 20%, according to a new study from the Harvard School of Public Health. The study emphasized the risk of death from cardiovascular disease and cancer. Adults have the right to take risks with their own health. So, you know, if you're one of those folks who goes to Costco and can't live without those Costco hot dogs, it is your right to do that to yourself. But hot dogs and other processed meats are often fed to children, starting a lifelong habit that puts them at serious risk. It's time to get serious about health and steer clear of unhealthful foods. You know, folks, I've said this time and time again, and I'm going to continue saying it, that we absolutely must have healthcare reform here in America. We absolutely cannot continue down this path that we're on now with skyrocketing health costs and more Americans becoming sick and ill from preventable diseases. 65% of our population is overweight, and then have the resulting diseases that come from being overweight and obesity. And the crazy part of all this is that it's preventable. Choosing to be overweight for most people is a choice. They're choosing to eat hot dogs, they're choosing to eat ice cream and Snickers bars and Twinkies and all those garbage foods instead of eating healthy foods that are going to provide nutrition for the body. They're not choosing to exercise. They're choosing to drink sodas instead of water. And they're causing the obesity, they're causing themselves to be overweight, as well as the resulting diseases. And so yes, we must reform healthcare, but healthcare reform begins with each one of us taking personal responsibility for our own healthcare. Choosing to eat healthy plant-based foods instead of hot dogs. Choosing to eat healthy plant-based foods instead of cold cuts or other processed foods. Choosing to have oatmeal instead of bacon for breakfast. Foods that are truly going to fill you up, provide you a healthy nutrition, healthy protein, foods that are going to sustain you and keep you from being hungry, and eating frequent small meals throughout the day of the vegetables, the whole grains, and the fruit. Food that keeps your metabolism burning, that allows you to burn off the fat, to lose weight, to get to a healthy, ideal weight and sustain it. So folks, you know, if you're concerned about the processed foods, the hot dogs that you're eating, the processed foods that you feed to your children, or the fast foods, whether it's going to KFC or McDonald's or Dairy Queen, it's time for you to start making changes in your life and in your family's life. And health truly has to be a family affair. That mom and dad, you need to set the examples for the family. You need to get the crap food out of the house. You need to stop eating it and to sit down as a family at the dinner table eating healthy plant-based meals, and as a family being out in the world, being very physically active. Walking, hiking, swimming, riding bikes, playing physically active games as a family. It's not about pushing the kids out the door. It's about you getting out there with them and interacting with them and creating lifelong memories of a happy, wholesome, healthy family. Now, if you're thinking that you or your family could just never give up the bacon, or couldn't give up the Costco hot dogs, or the hot dog at the ballpark, or whatever it might be, well, here's the deal. That's a choice. You're making a choice, a decision that you couldn't do it. But there are tools to help you change those choices, to make healthy choices, and to change your desires. You can learn self-hypnosis, how to give yourself very positive suggestions that support you in your health and your wellness, and support you in changing your desires from hot dogs to vegetables and whole grains and fruit. And if you look here at hypnosishealthinfo.com, up in the orange menu bar, you'll see the word self-hypnosis. And it talks about what self-hypnosis is. It talks about the next drop-down tab is the light switch self-hypnosis technique that teaches you how to take yourself relaxed and bring yourself back up in a minute. It talks about how to do written suggestions, power minutes or 1 to 4 minute MP3 downloads. And then I have about 1,400 suggestions written out there for you that you're welcome to use word for word. Or the real intent of them is to give you ideas on how to word your own suggestions. And of course, I'd love to have you come in here to my office in the Medical Dental Building in downtown Seattle, or my office over in Bainbridge Island. And if you live too far away, you know, I have clients throughout the United States, and London, and Taiwan, and New Zealand, and Australia, and Florida, and California, and lots of places. We use Skype, we use telephone, we use internet. There's a lot of ways to set up support for yourself. So give me a call at 206-903-1232, or send me an email, roger@hypnosishealthinfo.com, and let me know how to support you. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.